Hello my dear friends, Martin here again. In this tutorial we talk about ink which is diluted with water and what we can do with this and fill in fountain pens and then coloring it with watercolor. Here I have some fountain pens and they are numbered by 4 to 10 and 6 to 10, and this is like I signed them here, 2 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 7.5, and this is how much I diluted the ink, the normal black ink, with water. So this is a very light one, this is a darker one, a middle gray, there's also a darker gray, and then I filled them up in this fountain pen. So I have a black one, a middle gray and a light gray. And this is why I want to see how it turns out when I don't make my line work like usually with black ink and then color it with watercolor. What's when we use a gray, a very light gray, and then color it with watercolor. So it should be more like a pencil sketch, a pencil drawing. So which one is this? 4 of 10, okay. I could have done them even lighter. Oh yeah, but when it is drying, then it turns out gray. So this is how I call it, 4 of 10. And here I have a 6 of 10. One advantage is that when you diluted the ink with water, the flow in the fountain pen is much better, of course. And now let's see the grays themselves when I use a brush pen. So this 2 of 10. This is so maybe this is also would be too light for a fountain pen. So I have this 4 of 10 here. You can buy these small mugs anywhere. And here I have the 7.5. And yeah, so these are my grays, which I can use, of course, for shading this drawing. So let's under the roof, this dark one. And here underneath the bushes, underneath the house. I think it's also a good practice for watercolor. So to concentrate only on the values, yeah, on the shadows, and not on the colors. And so then let's take this 2 out of 10 for the lighter parts here in this tree. This is now a very loose, just the first test, because yesterday or so I had the idea. And okay, now let's try this. I try the brush and lift it up, and then here you see when it's dry now, this is the the gray, how it ends up, and this is the gray in the fountain pen. So, and now let's take the darker gray. So also here the darker parts on the tree. Can also do some gradients. Okay, here is no gradient because it's already dry. Yeah, and this is what you get. But we will do we'll do another sketch after these first tests. This looks now very, very nice, very shiny, the white of the house. Let's this only here I take water, clear water or nearly clear water. Okay, this just for here on this cheaper paper from my well-known sketchbook series. This is a pretty new one. I already finished two, and this is the third one. And so let's draw. So there is always some paintings on aquarelle paper which went wrong, and then I cut it into small pieces and I use the back side of them. Yeah, you see here, and then I use it for tests or for smaller drawings. This is so fun because you can do whatever you want and throw it away, or you keep it up when it turns out good. I show you what I've done. So this could be a whole exhibition in my hand or a small book. I'll show you this. So here we have people, houses, architecture, people, yeah, and so on. Also some complicated, more detailed drawings. So testing any color combinations, black and white, some trees, and so on and so on. Nice to carry around. Okay, but now we use this lightest gray, this one. Maybe I should take this for the lightest gray, the white one, but anyway, this for the in the middle and this for the dark, but it's just the way around. Okay, let's make a drawing and then we color this gray drawing with watercolor. And so that we don't need much time, just a tree. When drawing trees, the only thing to think of is that the branches get smaller, thinner and thinner the more far away they are from the trunk. And when you think about that, everything is right. So, and then here's some leaves. But we will also use the dark ink then for some dark shadow points. And here we have a hole, and there we see the trunk through. Then we have here the shadow. And like I mentioned before, the ink flutes so well into the nib because of the water in the ink. But anyway, it's waterproof. And that's important when you use watercolor then for coloring. The table isn't that stable. So some texture, and here we go. So you see, it looks like a little bit a pencil drawing, but it's absolutely another feeling when you do these gray lines with a fountain pen. Extra fine nib, and here we go. Up, oh, it's a little bit windy. So, okay, let's say we have another window here that we have not too much white, too much wall. So, and one little sign as well here. Antenna, like always in my drawings, and one chimney. And then the line work is ready. And then I use these, let's say, this 4 of, this 4 of 10. So the same like in this fountain pen for the shadow behind the glasses of the window. As well as underneath the roof. Sign here and part of this one. So, and that you can imagine the difference to black. So there you see the gray beside the black ink. But I think we will do this contrast work then in the end after coloring it. Okay, let's grab some watercolor and some water here. So okay, let's do some brown tones for the wall, the brick of the houses. I add some red so that we don't get too far into the green. And then here we it's darker than I thought it would be. So with a brush and clear water I lighten it up a little bit. So okay. Then, because it's here on the palette, let's do the green. So, and this is the way when you want to have a more precise line work. Yeah. So not that loose like you normally do it with a pencil. You want more precise one, but you don't want these dark lines. So then you can use this diluted ink in your fountain pen. And now a little brown. For the trunk of the tree. You see the line work stays waterproof. Then we have a red roof, like so often in my drawings, because that's just because of the color, so that we have a color contrast, let's say. A little bit of orange here. And then, because it's a good paper, you can lift up the color very well. And we need some green for the rest of this tree. Very loose, because my family called me for lunch. So, but what I see, and this is why I use black ink, is now I'm missing the contrast, of course. Of course, you can use then darker watercolor, but I'm more familiar with ink and with the part of the drawing than the painting. So all of my tutorials and drawings are more on the drawings and not paintings. So, and one nice color point here. So this looks like the flag of Austria. So maybe this is a border, and there's the border and the house. And then you can add here. So. And some more contrast we need. Here in this tree part. So, quick and dirty, but it's not about the drawing itself, it's about it, using the gray ink. Here once again, lighter gray, darker grays. You can mix whatever you want, only ink with water. And so, after this quick and dirty, I hope to see you again in the next videos. Okay, so bye for now.